Listen, let me talk about this Crissle versus Cardi B little saga, little messy situation. I'm gonna just kick it to y'all like this. Even though I do agree with what Crissle had to say, I did a little bit cringe because it gave very much overly invested. It gave very much overly invested. Now I understand, and mind you, I have watched The Read. I am a fan of The Read. I've watched their podcast. I have never went to their live shows, but would love to. Crissle has definitely gave Cardi B her tins, her flowers, and everything. She also have on the podcast has corrected Cardi. You know, whenever she's going off or she's saying things that she shouldn't have said, Crissle definitely checks it. You know, and tell Cardi B when she's wrong. Now, mind you, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of both. Okay, I'm a fan of both. So for me, I feel like where Crissle, she became overly emotional. I feel like she became very overly critical to the point where it was like, what's your thing with Cardi? Because honestly, it gave very much harsh. It gave harsh criticism. It gave very much like, well, do you know her? Because it definitely gave that. Because there is a line where some content creators shouldn't overstep. Because at the end of the day, we don't know these celebrities. We don't know these people from a can of paint. Yes, they're on our TVs. They're in our house. They are celebrities. They are public figures. But it's like, the way Crissle was giving it, she was giving it as like, Cardi's a bad mom. And I don't really think that Cardi's a bad mom. I really don't. I don't think Cardi's a bad mom. But I do think Cardi kind of put herself in this situation. Because I truly feel like this Stephon Diggs character should have been like a fly-by-night type of situation. Like I said in one of my reviews, a 4 a.m. type of person. He was just supposed to come by, drop dick off, and leave. You didn't need to motherfucking cuddle with the bitch. You ain't need a tea time. You don't need to go to dinner with this nigga. I understand that you was at a vulnerable moment. You and Offset went through y'all trials and tribulations. He fucked you over, had you stressing, depressed, and all of that. Understood, Cardi. But where your fans and people in the media is looking at you crazy is because you waited 7 years. You waited 7 years to put out a project, to give your fans everything that you didn't give them the first time. Because you did not go on tour the first album. You did a couple of performances. That's it. A couple of fests. That's it. You didn't give them the Invasion of Privacy tour. You did not. This is your chance to give your fans what they paid for. Now, I do have to agree with Crissle on the fact that I don't even think that you're gonna be prepared because I think they went over you saying that you were gonna drop the baby before the tour starts, and you was gonna be stretching or whatever, knowing damn well you're not a gym girl. You've been state that, so you're gonna be on the table trying to get your body together, and you're out of shape, and knowing damn well tour can be very demanding. It's a lot of choreography. It's a lot, and then you're having a baby. You know, an infant needs their mother. You're going to be breastfeeding. And you already had a baby a couple of months ago, a year ago. I don't know. I don't keep up with Cardi, but you have another baby who is probably less than one or one. I don't know, but you have literally 2 babies under 2. You have 2 babies under 2. So it's given that Cardi, this was supposed to be your comeback, and it's looking very, very. Is giving, what the fuck are you doing? I do think that Crissle came off very harsh. And where I don't agree with Crissle is when she states that it's not about your money. You're supposed to create or be there for your child, you know, and spend time with them and da-da-da. Give them so they can be raised up, you know, and da-da-da. I would say this. There are different cases for different children. You don't know what a child needs. There are children out there where parents was there from day to day, there for them. But guess what? Those kids grew up to steal, murder, and also like do things that's unnatural to other human beings. Okay? And y'all know it, grape. They have grown up to be serial killers, rapists, and all these other things. Just like, for example, just like Jeffrey Dahmer. His parents was in his life. was there for them, was there. But guess what? He turned out to be a serial killer. At the end of the day, a parent's job is to be there for them, nurture them, and everything. But if they grow up to be something else, that is not on the parent. They did their job. And I think, this is where I disagree. If Cardi has the means to do this, let her do it. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what she got planned for her kids. We don't know if they're going on tour with her. We do not know. But to go off on her and make these statements and just go on the deep end and it's borderline, like they're overtly obsessed or overtly critical, it's too much. Because even I was like, God damn, I don't even think I was like that. I just wanted Cardi to give her fans what she didn't give them the first album. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think Crissle should have took it there, and was so overtly critical where it kind of made me cringe, and it came off very, very, very invested. And you don't have no kids. You don't know what it's like. You have never been through what Cardi is going through right now. So you really cannot speak to what she's going through, and it's very unfair. And that's all I have to say. But I want to know what y'all think. Put it down in the comment section.